It is Saturday. It is menu planning Saturday. And I am in a menu planning slump. It's also because I don't want to spend money on expensive groceries, and it's just unavoidable. And even to go, a meatless route. Vegetables are expensive. Everything is so expensive. So just trying to get creative with what we have and stuff. So yeah, just home today because we're having our front windshield replaced on our car. There's a small crack, and the sealing around it, like the sealant, is peeling away. So they're thinking that's why water is getting in our car when it's raining. So yeah, so we'll get that replaced. Luckily, it's free with our insurance. So we're just getting stuff done around the house and hanging out, and I got a little lull, so I'm here to do my menu planning video. All right, we have one rollover, and that is Crock-Pot Pantry Chili, and I decided to do some cornbread in our bread maker, and that will probably be one that will get rolled because it's just using stuff in the pantry, so there's nothing to spoil. So that's our rollover. And then I'm going to do crock-pot potato soup. My husband likes potato soup, and we're in Florida. There's no waiting for, soup weather. We can't wait, or else we'd never eat soup or chili or stew. So crock-pot potato soup. Also, one pan pasta or one pot pasta. Do you guys remember that? I'm going back mid-2000s, so we'll say 2010 to 2015, when there's a train going by, when Pinterest was really at its peak popularity, and making your pasta in the same pot with all of the fixings was really popular. And I first found it from Martha Stewart. Does anybody remember that? It's like you put everything with the pasta water and your basil and your tomatoes or whatever. We haven't made that in like a decade, like when my husband and I were living in an apartment before my son was born. So I'm like, let's go some old school recipe hunting and what's easy on a school night, and we'll give that a whirl again. And then my daughter wanted mashed potatoes, so I'm like, okay, we'll do some chicken tenders, mashed potatoes, and green beans. But I'm in the mood for fresh green beans instead of frozen, because I kind of want to make them like Chinese-style buffet green beans. And we haven't been to a Chinese buffet since before COVID. And that was where I would get my fix for those green beans, because I could never successfully make them on my own. But I'm going to try again. And then if it fails, then it's just green beans with the chicken tenders and mashed potatoes. We'll see how that goes. And lastly, I have a package of hot dogs frozen back when they were on sale for 4th of July. And my husband and my son don't like hot dogs by themselves. My son doesn't eat meat, really. So I was trying to think of a way to use the hot dogs that's just not on a bun, and I found a recipe for mac and cheese with hot dogs and tomatoes. Give it a try, So yeah, and then our 2 nights of leftovers, if not more. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do for dinner this week. And I gotta get some inspiration because I'm just not finding it right now. That doesn't involve buying a lot of ingredients, because even at Aldi, which I'm so thankful for, it's rough. It's rough right now with groceries, right? And I feel for people who are on special diets for food allergies and whatnot. Oh my goodness. I had to quickly take a pause because a sneeze overtook me. But for those who are like gluten sensitive or lactose intolerant or anything, or follow a vegan or vegetarian diet, I don't know how you do it. Whoa. Which brings me to a random question. How do you all who eat tofu, how do you prepare it? we're always hunting for ways for my son to find some protein. Protein is very hard for him. He has oral aversion. He's neurodivergent, and food is extremely difficult for him. And he gravitates towards bland food. Like a brat diet is his, like, chef's kiss diet preference. He likes very bland food, and he prefers crunchy food. So we always pair his meals with like a chip or a pretzel. It just helps kind of like palate cleanse for him to help him tolerate the food. But he really lacks protein options, and he doesn't eat beans or lentils. So he said he's willing to try tofu. And first of all, super proud of him for even coming forward to try something, because he has a fear of food. So it's very, like, amazing. And I like tofu from Pei Wei, like in their like lo mein or their rice. So I'm thinking of doing it like in the pan, like a pan fry. Can you air fry tofu? I'll explore. All I know is that I can't really season it because he doesn't like flavor. But if you have a way to cook tofu that's going to make it kind of crispy or crunchy and not moist, that's a good word, moist, let me know. Steer me to where to find a flavorless, crunchy tofu recipe, and I would appreciate it, because I'm going to pick up some tofu this week to try for him. So yeah, all right, enough of my babbling. I hope you're having a good weekend. What are you doing this weekend? We're having our windshield replaced. My husband's going to mow the lawn tomorrow. It's very exciting, but after what it's been like, I will take it. So yeah, I hope you're doing well, and I'll talk to you later.